Well, the Fayetteville Public Utilities is made up of several different departments, including telecommunications, natural gas, water, wastewater, electric. Well, we get electricity from TVA. We have 4 delivery points at 161 from TVA, which is our system, our size. You know, we're very lucky to have 4 delivery points. At one time, we only had 1 delivery point at 161. But you know, it's helped us out tremendously as far as being able to have redundancy with our grid and how we can switch all of our loads around to move it to several locations, you know, like during storms and those kinds of things. Our tree trimming has gotten very aggressive. We decided to take everything in-house as far as contractors, but our guys inside are doing a tremendous job. We have 2 giraffes, we have a tiger cat now with our big equipment, we have a skid steer, a mulching machine that's supposed to be here at any point in time. So the board decided to get more aggressive in tree trimming, and it's really paying off, and of having outages that's cut down quite a bit due to our tree trimming program. Well, we have a natural gas that we do have redundancy set up in the system, and the worst part of the natural gas right now is the way that the direction it's going. You know, the barrels of oil is going up. The gas is a very volatile market at this present time, and what the future holds right now is still unknown, but we just have to be prepared to take it as it comes in the future. Our natural gas plant goes out into several areas of the county, all the way down toward the Ardmore, which we have taken on some additional customers in that area, and we go up toward the east around the Kelso substation, where we go in and feed from the 64 Highway East. So we're expanding a little more each year, but you know, we had to get our capital projects right and plan for the future. Well, our water plant, you know, we've done, well, we have completed a lot of upgrades. We have got some redundancy now at the water plant. We've come a long ways and got membrane filtration from 4.5 million gallons that we can actually got enough room in the plant where we can expand 6 to 8 million gallons per day to treat water, and it's with new technology, and we're glad that we have advanced that step further doing that, and we keep looking at advancing even more into the future with our new technologies. Well, our improvements on the water system, you know, we've had a lot of pipe replacement. The system is very old. We got a lot more work to do. We have applied for more SRF funding, and up to 17 million actually, and we're working on that and getting information to the state now, and hoping that we're going to be able to get some more of these grant funds. Our wastewater, we've done a lot of planning and updating, pipe bursting on the wastewater side. We've come a long ways. We're somewhere around 20–22% with the system. Again, that's another part of the system that's very old and aging infrastructure, and again, you know, if we keep moving forward and get pipe replacement, and that's our plan, long-term goals, and we hope to get there here in the next 4 or 5 years. Well, all of our infrastructure requires a call-in locate, you know, by dialing 811. And you have to be prepared, you know, not to hit something, because it can be dangerous to our customers, and it could be really costly to our customers. So be sure always call in to 811 and get your updates, get your locates, and it will be done for you to do your work. Our in-house mapping, we have employees now that's very involved in that. We go out with GPS, our infrastructure, and we try to keep everything updated. Sometimes it gets very hard and time consuming, you know, to have time to do this, because we are very busy of installing new infrastructure. So we're trying to get all that done as we go on a day-by-day basis. We have installed advanced meter infrastructure, and what that does, we get information that comes into our office, you know, like if it's a power outage or if it's excessive water usage or anything like that. We try to contact the customer. It's very, very important for the customer to give us their update information so we'll know who to call, who to contact, but at the same time, we also need the customer's information on the bill of who we can talk to about, in case if they do have a serious problem, that we can talk to that customer. On our warehousing, we're trying to stay ahead. Right now, you know, going through the crisis we've got, as far as deliveries, cost on our inventory, we're up quite a bit on inventory. We're trying to stay way ahead of having items in the warehouse that we use most of the time, but you know, we might have plenty today, but in 3 months from now, it might not be enough at all. Well, you know, we went into the telecom business back in 1999, and now we're exiting the cable part of the business December the 31st of 21. So, you know, with that, the programming cost has gotten really out of hand, and the cost that it would have taken for our customers to have a package, you know, was getting way out there. And so we all made the decision at the time when we were looking at the customer count that we were getting on the cable side, we were losing customers. So we did a study and felt the right direction to move was to get out of the cable business and get stronger in the broadband business and voice over IP. The fiber extensions that we had have been in the northwest part of the county and the southwest part of the county. We're still building that infrastructure and hooking up more customers in the rural community. Going to be very, very important of the future of how people communicate, you know, and it's all going, you know, wireless or through the fiber backbone that we have got right now, because everything that we install today is fiber to the home. We have a strong IT department here at FPU. We have lots of concerns over this cyberspace, cyber attacks. We try to put in firewalls and those to protect the customer, but you know, sometimes you get so locked down you can't even get through to get service, and so we're working on that every day and keeping our eyes on that every day and doing the best we can to protect everybody from cybersecurity attacks. We have a good board, supportive board, ask a lot of questions, very aggressive board, wants to do the right thing, so we make sure we do our diligence before we make a decision that you can justify, and it has to be where you justify your decisions to move forward into the future. They're very concerned with the direction that we're going to be prepared for the future, because you got a lot of things coming up, you know, with the electric grid, especially with all the electric vehicle charging. Again, you got cybersecurity, but we have to be sure that we have a sustainable and resilient infrastructure for all utilities. Fayetteville Public Utilities supports growth in our community. You know, industry-wise, we have a key accounts department that tries to work, you know, with our local community and see what direction of what we can do to help grow. And we do that also with another department out of TVA as well, and we work with the state to see what economic growth can do for us. When you come in to do service, you know, you get in touch with the engineering department and they will get you in the right steps, whether if it's water, for wastewater, if it's telecommunications or electric or natural gas, and we move forward with that to sign up for service. And then, you know, we have to go out and meet the customer and see what's needed by the customer, then we can take the next step of getting the infrastructure. We have 24-hour dispatching available 7 days a week. Anytime you need something, just call in and we'll get you taken care of. Now, sometimes, you know, it's hard to get an answer on the phone, especially if we're experiencing a big water leak, power outage, natural gas, or anything to do with any of the utilities. And so, but you will finally get through. If it's really, really bad, we have extra people that comes in, helps answer the phones, but also leave a return number so we can call you back. And that's the reason why it's very, very important that we have updated information on your accounts. Accounting and billing has to keep up with all departments. Everything's kept separate on the books, so it creates more work, and because you can't not commingle funds, so it's very, very important to be sure we have everything as far as each department financially, that we're good and strong and can move forward. We're very involved in the community, especially you know, when it comes to helping kids with all the schools, with the Heart Association, with the Cancer Association, those kind of things. We try to give back as much as we can, but we're also limited to how much we can do that because we're still governed by TVA, and we just can't go out and spend all the funds we want to spend for different things, but we try to space it out. We try to be sure that we're treating each school for the kids the same as what we donate. We have created a student utility board. It's been going on for several years now, where we have students that comes from all the schools, the 3 high schools, and it's very rewarding to those students, and we really appreciate them spending their time. They are our future, and you know, sometimes we're able to offer part-time or summertime where they can come in and get more hands-on of how they do work. and seeing if it's someplace they want to come to work. Everything that we do in the FPU business for all departments, even inside, safety is number one. The safety of the employees, the safety of our customers when we're out working, and the safety part of our business, you're never safe enough. And I tell the employees all the time, I want you to go home the same way you come in that day. And that's our goal. We got zero tolerance as far as contacts on the electric side. The same thing if you're in a ditch, laying pipes or whatever department we're working for, safety is the most important thing. Our employees are very, very important. Our customers are very, very important. But, moving into the future, there's a lot of new technologies. When you start looking at all those different kind of things, especially electric vehicles that's coming up, what kind of deals are going to be putting on the power grid? Are we going to have enough availability to do that? So all the co-ops along with TVA is working on several different things and making sure that we can handle the loads that's going to be put onto our systems. We got a 150 megawatt solar site that's going in up there at the county line. That's going to be a big plus in the future as that's get used. It goes back onto the 161 line for TVA. But there's so many changes that's coming up, time and delivery of materials, expenses on materials. When you start talking about transformers being out 52 to 56 weeks, and they're saying it's going to get worse than that, but we're trying to plan and have materials on hand to do all of our jobs. But it could get to where you install a service or a gas line, it could be 3 months down the road for a normal service. But it's changed, and we got to adapt to change and do the best we can with change. I want to thank all of our employees for the job they do. We're very blessed with the people we have that's working here. And we also want to thank our customers for being patient, and we'll do everything we can to be sure that you get all your needs satisfied.